Protect your privacy online with the best VPN for gaming, ExpressVPN, and visit expressvpn.com/GhillieMaster, linked in the description, to find out how you can get 3 months free. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Cayo Perico Heist Master Guide. We're moving into the last couple of parts to wrap up this series because we're finally on the finale of the heist. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through one of the heist finale strategies, which is utilizing the disguise and grabbing the secondary targets before entering the main compound. And next week we're going to wrap up this series by discussing the other finale strategy, which is getting the secondary targets after exiting the compound. Now, I realize that there are many different ways to do the finale with the different entrance vehicles and loot locations, and that you guys aren't going to have the same exact setup that I have in this heist that I'm going to be walking you through today, but really the two common denominators between all those different heist methods are if you collect the secondary targets before or after you exit the compound. Those are really the main differences for each strategy. So, in order to avoid making this series unnecessarily long and drawn out, I decided that I'm just going to walk you guys through two of those finale setups. Really quick though, before we do hop into the finale, I want to go over the heist crew options. These are essentially purchasable perks that you can use during the finale, and I just want to say that for the most part, these are entirely useless. You're not going to need them, so just don't waste your money on them. However, if you do plan on using the Vellum approach for the finale, you are going to need to purchase the weapon stash from this menu, because if you don't, you'll get spotted right away from the airfield, and it will turn into an aggressive approach, and you don't want that. Luckily though, it's only $10,000, so it's not that bad at all to buy. The finale that I'm walking you guys through today is a logfin approach at the main docks, utilizing disguises to sneak our way around the island with ease, and collecting 2 stacks of coke in 2 different areas of the map, as I did not get very good RNG during my scope out. And we're going to be doing all that while maintaining stealth and the elite challenge for the maximum take possible without glitching for a solo player. As we start the heist, we take our longfin up the ramp at the main dock, and with a good amount of speed to maximize our distance traveled on land with the boat. Our outfits are located straight ahead of us, however, there's a guard standing in that exact spot, so we need to take him out before putting on the disguise. Since our loot is not located in this area, we have to look for a vehicle to travel to where our designated looting spot is. Luckily for me though, a patrol was driving by at this exact moment, but could not pass due to my boat blocking the path, so what a kind soul he was for donating me his vehicle. Our first secondary target is at the far right side of the main docks next to the fields, and since we're wearing a guard outfit, we can just cruise on by with no worries. At this location, there are 2 guards posted next to each other. You can take them out with a nice double smack. Now, before breaching the gate and taking the loot, you first need to take out the guard that is just outside of the shed. If you don't take him out, he's going to spot you through the wall. Trust me, it's happened to me many times, and it's really frustrating. We also grabbed some bolt cutters that happen to be right next to us because why not? And now it is time to loot now that all the guards are taken out. That's 1 down, now we just have 1 to go, and that one is located at the plantation area. Before we go though, we are going to grab the grappling hook that we scoped out near this crane. This will help us greatly once we get into the compound entrance. We arrive at the back of the spot just like we do during the scope out mission, and there are a total of 3 guards near this spot, 1 who happens to be patrolling, and 2 who are stationary. We first take out the one patrolling, carefully making sure that the stationary ones don't see it, and then make quick work out of the other 2. And now it's safe to loot the place. So now that we have all of our secondary loot, we can head straight to the compound, and since you have the disguise on and the grappling hook, you can safely enter through the main gate and head straight to the wall that you will enter from. You don't have to take out any of the guards outside. Now, if you didn't grab the grappling hook, you then will have to take out guards one by one in hopes of them dropping the code needed to enter through one of the doors. And since this is based on luck, you can get it off the first kill or the last kill, which has happened to me before after taking out all the guards outside, so I prefer grabbing the grappling hook to avoid this RNG mechanic entirely. Also, if you happen to have a mancha scout when arriving at the compound, instead of going through the front entrance, you can actually just hit a rock near the wall and jump over to the grappling hook wall, which may save a few seconds on a speedrun if you do hit it right. After entering the compound using the grappling hook, you will notice there are 2 guards and a camera. All you have to do is run exactly the way that I do in the gameplay, because since you're in the outfit, the guards don't bat an eye. These guards with the red cones division, however, have to be eliminated because, for 1, they will see through your disguise, and 2, they will have a chance to drop the gate keys, which will give you access to the basement. This first one, we will wait until he stands still right in front of the door before taking him out. The second one is an easy smack. Now, if you haven't gotten the keys by now, I would suggest just hacking your way into the basement from the upstairs elevator. But before you do get there, there's one more guard to take out that will walk down these stairs, so I like to just wait for him to get into the smacking distance. But if you're confident in your aim, you can also pick the corner and headshot him before he reacts in time. And now it's time to hack. If you want to learn how to complete this hack very fast, make sure to check out one of my previous episodes of the Master Guide where I discuss just that. I will link it in the description. In the basement, we now have our main target in sight, which first requires a bolt to be cut before cutting it out of the glass. The glass here will cut in 3.5 bars of heat, and what I mean by that is you have to hold down the trigger until the heat bar fills up all the way but doesn't overheat, and then let go and let it cool down, and do that 3.5 times for the glass to be fully cut. This is the best way to do it. To get out of the basement, it's going to differ if you enter through the elevator or the gate. If you enter through the gate, you just want to go the exact same way you came in, and if you enter through the elevator, just go right back up to the elevator to avoid having to do another hack. We also never grab the cash from the safe on the way down, so we will do that on the way out here, because you always want to check the safe. For our way out, simply jump over this ledge here, but before doing so, check your map for the Juggernaut because he does patrol around here, and you don't want to land right in front of him, that would not be good. But once you do land, you want to run straight for the main entrance and spam right on the D-pad to exit. Now we're pretty much done. For our escape off of the island, just run up to this guy and smack him and take his bike. Then make a nice U-turn and go right of the guard here to avoid being spotted. And try to get as much speed as possible here while at the same time avoiding the concrete bushes. And then just jump straight into the water. If you don't have max lung capacity, then you're gonna want to use your breather by pressing left on the D-pad. Just make sure you buy some from ammunition before doing the finale. But from there, you just swim away from the island, kind of in the direction that I'm doing here, and in 30 or so seconds of swimming, you'll be done with the heist. It's a very easy way to escape. And as you can see, even with the bad setup that we had, having to go to 2 separate locations, we still managed to get the Elite Challenge with plenty of time to spare, giving us one of the best takes we can get as a solo player, with the tequila as the primary target anyways. And that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more guide and PvP related content. We just got one more episode coming out next week utilizing the other finale method, which will cover like the drainage tunnel, stuff like that. And that should be the final episode unless there's something else that comes up that Rockstar changes in the heist that I want to talk about in a video. Huge thank you to my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can add these to the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.